Hi, this is Jason the Farrier. Today we're making a couple leg bar shoes for, I don't know if you remember the horse Life of Riley we've been talking about, but they're for him. So Becky's going to film me for a little bit. Right now we're going to do the toe bend, so I'll show you that. Bring it out of the forge and just toe bend. These are hind shoes, so we want a little past 45-degree angle to look like that. And then we'll bring it down here and kind of bring just a little still. Like that. I'm going to scarf it in a minute, and I'll turn my branch here too. So I'll go ahead and scarf it. That's basically all I did. And after I get the other branch done, I'll go ahead and weld that. So you'll kind of see how we do this as we go. Okay, now we're going to get ready to weld. I've got these scarfed, I've got the branches turned. I can put some flux on them, and we'll stick them in and weld them. So we want to brush this off. We want that slag off there. We want that pretty clean. And then let's put a little sure weld on that shoe where I scarfed it. And then we'll set it in the forge. With this shoe. This sure weld keeps it clean and helps bring the heat up so it's weldable. The shoe's pretty hot. Okay. Stick it back in there. Now I don't know if you can see, but that's gotta get a bridle right in there to weld. Let it get it right over and bring it out and weld it. Okay, they're ready to weld, so we'll get in the forge, grab one, bring it out, hit it. You kind of splatter slag everywhere. You got to be careful where you're doing. Bring it towards you. You don't have to hit it super hard. Then you flip it over, do the same thing on the back. Let me grab my brush. I brush it off, and I'll put more sure weld. I usually like to weld it a couple of times. It's welded right now, but I want to get a little better weld. So then I'll stick it back in the forge and bring it out and weld it again. Now we got the other one. Bring it out. Same process. Always bring it towards you. Flip it over. So when I'm hitting the hill of my hammer right there, making those, driving it downward to get the weld. So now my brush ran off, but I'll put more sure weld. And we'll get rid of the slag. And we'll do the same thing. welded pretty good. You can see a little seam right there and a little seam right there, but that's welded in the center. So now I'll take this right here and make it round it off so it looks more like an egg. And then we'll finish it up. But let me weld the other shoe again. Same thing. Work it towards, you start at the back, work it towards the center, past. We got a good weld there. See, you can see a little seam right there and right there, but that's a pretty decent weld. I'll put a little sure weld back here. It's welded, but we'll put a little sure weld in. When I make that egg shape, we'll kind of weld it again. You see in there how bright orange it is? So that's welding temperature right there. So we'll bring it out. Try to strip down. We got it pretty good. Now we got that little lip, so we'll get rid of the lip. Hardly even see the seam's right there, but you can't hardly see it. Same on this side, the seam's over there, but you can't see it at all. So that's a pretty good weld. Okay, so now we're going to 4-punch it. So all we have to do, you can see it's not super hot, it's a little bit red, orange. So get our 4-punch. We'll put 3 nail holes in these things. The last nail's at the widest point of the shoe, and the first one's about 1.5 inches from the center of the toe. And then the middle one, we split the difference into the middle. So that's basically all we're doing. I don't know if you can see that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 right there. We'll let it cool off and then we'll pritchel it. We'll give it a couple of minutes to cool off. So I'll just kind of flatten it out right now. And it's supposed to be 4.5 to 5.5 inches long. Right now it's about 6, and it's supposed to be 4.5 inches wide. And it's about 4.25. So when I make my final shape, this is the outside branch and inside. So I'll make it a little bit wider. This isn't going to bother us at being long. It goes on a hind foot. And the horse has tendon problems, really bad ligament problems, so this will help support it. It looks like we're losing the heat we need to punch it. And so, let me grab a pritchel. We'll go ahead and punch it. When we punch it, we just bring it still a little hot, but Sometimes the blacker the heat, the better this pritchel works. We don't want it cold, but we don't want it super hot. So we got one branch done. Bring it over here. We want to put a pitch on those nail holes, the first and second one. So they'll go a little higher in the foot. The last one's more straight up and down. Finally, I went through this. Probably need to tune up my pritchel, so we'll flip it over. You see how warped it is? So I'll stick it back in, flatten it out, and put my final shape on it, and probably punch those holes again, and we'll be done. So now we got the shoes pretty bent, so we're straightening it out. Get rid of our slag. Okay, this is going to be a right hind shoe. Right hind shoe, so we want to bring this branch out. Like that. You can see how I've kind of put some shape into the branches right there. If we measure now, we are 4.5. Just what we want. That's still around 6, but that's okay. And then we'll run our pritchel one more time. We're pretty much done here. Let's flip it over. Okay, you can turn it on.
Yeah.
So we got our nails punched. Let me just flatten it out a little bit. I'll put my stamp on it. It says Becky. And then we'll just take it and cool it. once we get it pretty cool, we'll bring it up here and hit it with the brush. Stick it back in the water for a second. Make sure our nails fit. These are 5 slims. We punched it 4 Capo 5 slims. They fit just right. So we got it done. So that's the right hind of old Riley, the life of Riley we've been talking about. This is Jason the Farrier. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.